Welcome back. This is Dr. R.V. Argiddi from WIT Sholapur. Okay, today I'll be focusing on a random phenomena or random variable which is related to statistical modeling. This statistical modeling or this statistics is required for data science. To analyze the data, it requires mathematical components like statistics, probability, linear algebra. All these contents are required with respect to mathematics, which are helpful for data analysis. So in this particular video, I am going to focus on the one bit that is a random phenomena. Let us see in detail. So this module is basically will introduce the basic concepts in probability and statistics, okay, that are necessary for performing the data analysis. Basically, well, at the end of the session, student will be able to understand random phenomena in statistical modeling. This is what just I told you. This module is basically divided into two parts. The first part will be random variables and probability density functions, and the second part will be on estimation hypothesis testing. Now let us see the detailed parameters in the random variables and probability density functions, which are the functions. Okay, introduction of random variables. Then we'll see in this video what is random phenomena and what is random variable. Okay, the other parts, that is probability measure and random density function, that is PDFs, we are going to see in the next video. And also we'll see what is sample statistics and estimation and hypothesis testing in the next video. Okay, so today in this entire part, okay, we'll be focusing on only random phenomena or random variables. Let us see what is a random phenomena. Okay, now phenomena can be either considered as deterministic phenomena whose outcome can be predicted with a high level of confidence. Okay, can be considered as a deterministic. For example, if we are given the information about the date of birth and which is fetched from, say, Aadhaar card of a particular person, we can predict with a high degree of confidence or with a high level of confidence the age of the person. Okay, say up to the number of days. Like we can predict what is the number of years, the age in number of years, number of months, and number of days. Now suppose we have been asked to predict the age of the person, say up to the hour or last minute of a particular person from his birth. Okay, now from this particular date of birth, okay, which is taken from the Aadhaar card, will be insufficient. So to calculate the age of the person up to the, say, last minute, we require some other data like birth certificate, in which the time of birth is mentioned. So with that, we can definitely predict the age of the person in four parameters. Like we can find out the number of years, then age in number of years, number of days, number of months, and number of minutes. Okay, so these are called as a deterministic phenomena. Okay, on the other hand, okay, stochastic phenomena are those which can be many possible outcomes. Okay, where many possible outcomes are there. Okay, for the same experiment. Okay, and then the outcomes can be predicted with some limited confidence. Okay, for example, now consider over here. Here the example is given as an outcome of a coin toss. Let us explain me that. For example, suppose we toss a coin. We know that we might get a head or tail, but we cannot say with a 95 or 90% or 100% that confidently I am going to get head or I am going to tail. Okay, but I may be, it may be possible to me to predict that only 50% confidence, with a 50% confidence that it will be head or tail. Okay, such phenomena are called as the stochastic phenomena. Such phenomena are called as the stochastic phenomena. Now let us see the next bit, that is the sources of errors in is observed in outcomes. Okay, whenever we are doing the experiments, okay, we are getting two types of errors. One is called as a model error and the second one is called as a measurement error. Now let us see what is a model error and what is a measurement error. Now all the data that we actually obtain from experiments contain some errors, because we do not know all the rules that govern the data generating process. That is, we do not know all the laws. We may not have the knowledge of all the causes that affects the outcomes, and therefore this is called the modeling error. This is called the modeling error. Now what is the other error that is called the measurement error? Okay, that is called the measurement error. Now the error we are getting due to the say equipment. Suppose in a machine we are using sensor, okay, and the sensor is having a default, okay, and even we are taking the readings from that sensor, okay, definitely the observation readings or the outcomes, okay, may contain errors. Okay, such errors are called as a measurement errors. Means that if suppose the equipment itself is faulty and we are using that equipment, okay, while doing the observation or while taking the errors, so such errors are called as a measurement error, modeling error and measurement error. So these two errors are modeled using the probability density functions, and therefore the outcomes are also predicted with certain confidence intervals which we derive. Now let us see what are the random phenomena. Okay, basically there are two types of random phenomena. Let us go to the next slide. In this slide, okay, we see that there are two types of random phenomena. One is called as a discrete and the other one is called as a continuous. Let us see detail. The types of random phenomena can either be discrete, where the outcomes are finite or fixed. For example, in a coin toss experiment, we have only two outcomes, either head or tail. That is sure. Or when we throw a dice, okay, where a dice, this dice is used while playing some games, okay, in say Sapsidi or something like that, okay. So that dice contains the numbers, okay, that number containing are 1 2 6, okay. When you throw the dice in the air and when it falls on the ground, okay, it sticks on some number, okay. It may be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 or number 6, okay. So it is also fixed, or the outcome is fixed. We are going to get 6 outcomes, okay. We are going to get 6 outcomes. So what I mean to say is that in a discrete random phenomena, okay, we have, when we are using one coin and it is tossed, okay, we are going to get either head or tail, and when you throw a dice we are going to get 1 to 6, okay. This is all about the discrete random phenomena. Now let us see what is the on the other hand, what is the continuous random phenomena, which is where we have an infinite number of outcomes, okay, such as measurement of body temperature, which could be vary from 96 degree to 105 degrees, depending on whether the person is running a temperature or not. So such continuous variable things, okay, which have some random outcomes are called as a continuous random phenomena. Okay, now let us see. Here I am giving you one question. Okay, think and give the answer. Probability of an event E, that is probability of all the events, plus the probability of an event not occurring. Okay, what is the output, whether it is 1, 0, -1 or all of this. Okay, take a pause over here and give me the answer. So the correct answer is 1, because the possible outcomes, okay, and not possible outcomes are 0, possible outcomes are 1. So since we know that the probability ranges from 0 to 1, okay, so the 1 is the correct answer. Now let us next bit, that is sample space and event. Okay, set of all possible, we are looking discrete, we'll try to describe all the notations of probability and with a coin experiment. In this particular, okay, we are looking at the discrete random okay. On the other hand, okay, okay, sample space. Okay, when you toss a coin, okay, we are going to get either head or tail. When you toss a coin, okay, we are going to get possible outcomes are both head, tail, head, and tail. Okay, so in this case, the sample is both these as one coin and two coin toss. Okay, 2 outcomes and 4 outcomes. Okay, the subset of that sample. Okay, subset of that sample, or suppose occurrence of head in the first toss of a coin, 2 coin toss experiment. Okay, we'll get probably the first head and second head, and first head and second tail. Okay, this is a outcome. This A is called as a subset of S. Okay, this is called as the event. The outcome of sample space are elementary events. Okay, outcomes are the elementary events. So this is all about the sample space and events and today's lecture. Okay, so these are the references. I hope you have understood the various notations in this particular statistics modeling. Thank you.